Jin has done it again, without a press release, without a teaser schedule, and without even a single word. In the early hours of the morning, the BTS vocalist quietly dropped a set of cryptic images onto his official social media accounts, instantly setting off alarm bells across the global fandom. The photos were deceptively simple: a reflective, compact disc placed under soft, moody lighting, washed in layered shades of midnight blue, pale silver, and a sharp streak of crimson at its center. No caption accompanied the post, no hashtags, only two emojis, a key and a crescent moon, left behind like puzzle pieces. Within minutes, ARMY flooded timelines and comment sections with screenshots, zoom-ins, and side-by-side comparisons, convinced the color scheme was anything but accidental. Fans began reading the visuals like a code book. The dominant cool tones were quickly linked to introspection, solitude, and emotional restraint, recurring themes in Jin's solo work, while the sudden red accent sparked theories of inner conflict, heartbreak, or a dramatic emotional shift waiting to be revealed in future lyrics. The year attached to many of these theories, 2026, only intensified the conversation, with BTS activities steadily returning to the spotlight and solo projects gaining momentum. Fans believe Jin may be laying the earliest groundwork for a new era. Some speculated that the disc itself was symbolic, representing cycles, memory, or reflection. Others went further, noting that when tilted under light, compact discs reveal rainbow spectrums, leading to guesses that the muted colors in Jin's image could be hiding an even larger emotional palette yet to come. Lyric analysts soon entered the discussion, pulling lines from Jin's previous songs about distance, longing, and quiet perseverance, suggesting the visual might be foreshadowing another deeply personal release. Screenshots of handwritten interpretations spread rapidly online, with fans claiming the imagery echoed the emotional minimalism that has defined some of Jin's most beloved solo moments. As hours passed, the theories only multiplied. Some fans enhanced the photo's brightness and contrast, insisting faint shapes or lettering appeared in the reflection. Others compared the circular light gradients to past BTS album art, known for heavy symbolism and layered storytelling. Even Jin's choice of silence became part of the narrative. No follow-up post, no clarification, no playful comment, just the lingering image quietly dominating fan discussions across platforms. Entertainment insiders and K-pop commentators quickly picked up on the frenzy, noting how effortlessly Jin had captured attention with the smallest possible move. In an era of elaborate teaser campaigns, the minimalist approach felt strategic, almost cinematic, turning a single object into a viral talking point. Articles and reaction videos began popping up across Korean and international media, further fueling the belief that something significant could be unfolding behind the scenes. What makes the speculation so compelling is Jin's history of weaving emotional metaphors into his visuals. From symbolic lighting to restrained color palettes, he has repeatedly shown an interest in storytelling that unfolds slowly, rewarding fans who pay close attention. If the disc truly is a clue, fans believe it may point toward an era centered on self-reflection, unresolved emotions, or healing after turmoil, an arc that could resonate strongly in 2026. For now, everything remains unconfirmed. Big Hit Music has yet to release any statement, and Jin himself continues to keep fans guessing, but that silence only sharpens the excitement. In fandom culture, quiet moments often mean something is brewing, and ARMY knows that better than anyone. Until official details emerge, fans remain locked on to that shimmering circle of light, replaying theories and color charts, convinced that Jin has slipped them the very first fragment of his next story. Whether it signals a new album, a concept film, or a lyrical direction yet to be revealed, one thing is already clear. Jin has once again proven that even the smallest hint can send the entire K-pop world into speculation mode. The speculation surrounding Jin's mysterious disc only grew louder as the hours turned into days. Fan communities began organizing massive theory threads, compiling screenshots, color analyses, and symbolic breakdowns into sprawling digital archives. Some accounts even recreated the lighting conditions from the original photo, placing their own compact discs under lamps in dark rooms to test how similar hues might appear when reflected at certain angles. The results were shared widely, with supporters claiming that the blue-silver-red combination did not naturally occur unless deliberately filtered, fuming the belief that Jin or his creative team had carefully curated the visual language. A separate wave of discussion focused on the two emojis Jin had posted alongside the images. The key, fans argued, could represent access, secrecy, or the start of a new chapter, while the crescent moon often symbolizes transition, solitude, or cycles of rebirth. When paired with the reflective disc, the symbolism seemed almost too poetic to ignore. Several popular fan translators suggested the imagery might hint at unlocking hidden emotions or revealing a story that unfolds gradually across phases, perhaps mirroring moon cycles in future teasers. Meanwhile, Korean entertainment commentators weighed in, noting how Jin's subtle move had dominated trending charts despite the absence of official announcements. Analysts pointed out that BTS members have historically used understated visual hints before major reveals, making the post feel like a deliberate breadcrumb rather than a casual upload. Some outlets even speculated that the colors could correspond to a formal project palette for 2026, much like how previous BTS eras have been associated with distinct tonal identities. Music critics also joined the conversation, revisiting Jin's discography and highlighting how reflective imagery has long been part of his artistic signature. From lyrics about standing alone under the night sky to visuals drenched in cool light, Jin has consistently explored vulnerability with restraint. The disc, an object that both captures and fractures light, felt to many like a perfect metaphor for an artist examining himself from multiple angles. Theories stretched beyond albums and into possible multimedia projects. Some fans wondered whether the disc could hint at a short film, an OST contribution, or even an exhibition-style release blending music with visual art. Others connected the circular shape to time loops or memory motifs, proposing that Jin might be preparing a concept that looks backward at his journey while pointing toward a new emotional future. What kept the conversation alive was the sheer lack of confirmation. No schedule drops, no teaser posters, no follow-up selfies. Jin remained completely silent, allowing speculation to snowball on its own. Each hour without news only intensified the sense that something carefully planned was unfolding in the background. ARMY, meanwhile, treated the waiting period as part of the experience. Fan artists began sketching mock album covers inspired by the disc's color scheme, while editors created cinematic trailers using Jin's past performances, layered with blue and red lighting effects. Comment sections filled with phrases like "the calm before the storm" and "he's setting the mood already," reflecting a fandom both restless and thrilled. Industry observers suggested that the reaction itself proved Jin's enduring star power. With just a single ambiguous image, he had managed to steer global attention and dominate conversation cycles, something many artists attempt with weeks of promotion. The move felt calculated in its simplicity, reinforcing the idea that Jin's next chapter might rely more on emotional intrigue than spectacle. And so, the mystery continues. Until official word arrives, fans remain suspended between curiosity and certainty, convinced that the reflective disc is more than just an aesthetic experiment. Whether it becomes the emblem of a new era, the first page of a lyrical confession, or a visual motif threaded through an entire 2026 project, ARMY is already watching closely, ready to decode every shadow, every hue, and every silence Jin leaves behind. As the mystery stretched on, even casual listeners began to take notice. What started as a flurry of fan theories slowly spilled into mainstream pop culture conversations. Reaction videos analyzing Jin's post climbed in views by the hour, with creators pausing on individual frames, tracing the glow of the disk's surface, and debating whether the crimson flash at its center was the true focal point. Some argued it symbolized a breaking point in a storyline. Others insisted it represented hope cutting through darkness. The lack of consensus only made the discussion more magnetic. Several industry watchers pointed out that the imagery felt unusually restrained compared to the dramatic teaser campaigns often associated with major K-pop releases. That restraint, they suggested, might be the very point. Rather than overwhelming fans with information, Jin appeared to be inviting them into a slower, more contemplative guessing game, one where mood and symbolism mattered more than concrete announcements. Adding to the intrigue, longtime followers noticed that Jin had recently been favoring similarly cool, muted tones in unrelated posts and public appearances, from soft blue lighting in studio selfies to silver accents in outfits. While none of it confirmed a project outright, the pattern was enough for fans to start connecting dots, building timelines, and proposing that the disk image was only the most obvious piece of a much larger visual puzzle. Speculation also turned toward lyrical direction. Fans revisited interviews in which Jin spoke about wanting to explore deeper emotional layers and personal storytelling, interpreting the reflective surface of the disc as a literal stand-in for introspection. If a 2026 release truly is in the works, many believe it could mark a mature chapter, one focused less on spectacle and more on vulnerability, memory, and the quiet weight of unresolved feelings. The fandom's emotional response was just as telling as the theories themselves. Messages expressing nervous excitement, late-night anticipation, and playful frustration flooded comment sections. Some joked that Jin had dropped one photo and disappeared, while others thanked him for feeding us mystery instead of spoilers. In true ARMY fashion, the uncertainty became a shared experience, bonding fans through collective decoding and endless late-night discussions. Still, the biggest question remains unanswered. Was this intentional foreshadowing, or simply an artistic moment that took on a life of its own? Historically, BTS and its members have rarely done anything without layers of meaning, which only strengthens the belief that the post was carefully timed and deliberately ambiguous. Entertainment reporters have begun framing it as the potential opening move of a slow-burn promotional cycle, one designed to simmer quietly before erupting into full-scale announcements months down the line. Until then, the reflective disc continues to hover in the public imagination, glowing softly with possibility. Whether it ultimately leads to a new solo album, a cinematic concept project, or a lyrical journey unlike anything Jin has released before, one thing is undeniable. With a single, silent post, Jin has once again reminded the world how powerful subtlety can be. And for fans watching every shadow and shimmer, the waiting may be just as thrilling as whatever revelation comes next.